It is really, really hard to celebrate yourself. And I'm a living testament that I almost didn't make it. So this is called Seeds of Her. I don't need to explain that I've suffered, that I've battled. Some wars that I've won, but many that I've lost. I used to write about home. Grown, this journey's back to myself. It's been long. It's been hard, a new fight every day. There was nights that I couldn't even feel the soil beneath my feet. And I stopped feeling you on me. There were days that I lost myself. Do you know what it is like to lose yourself, in a person, and in this world? I was a seed forgotten, buried too deep, starved of sunlight, battered by storms that didn't care if I grew. But I was reaching for the sun. A relentless being piercing through heavy clouds, hands intertwined like vines crawling through the light, shouting through the storms. You will grow. You have to grow. But you have to go. I broke my own heart too many times. I lied to myself, pretending that I was whole while holding on to fragments sharp and cruel, cutting me like I clutched them close. I stunted my own growth. How could I celebrate myself? How could I speak life into this wilted stem when too many times I was trying to uproot it all? How could I grow without you? Plagued by the screams of a woman's voice that I loved, I listened to her heartbreak, my heartbreak, while own shattered chaos. I'm 31. How many times did my own heart break? Each crack became a fault line. Each fault line became a map back to me. Childhood was a garden overrun, a tangle of weeds crawling at tender roots. The soil held shadows of voices, the jagged stones of unspoken truths. Each storm was a reckoning. Each drought was a silence. The gardener's hands, rough and careless, planted more than pain, than nurture. But even in the darkness, a seed can survive. It splits under the weight of its past, roots crawling through the rubble, seeking water in every dry ground. Oh, the lessons of a seed. You don't choose where you are buried, but you can choose how you bloom. And now, I bloom, not in spite of the dark, but because of it. Sometimes we just need better gardeners. Sisterhood became my trellises, lifted me higher when I sagged under the weight. A lattice of laughter and forgiveness. They pruned my dead leaves gently. They sang life into me, sunlight into me. Their love was water dripping slow and steady, filling cracks I didn't even know I had. Trauma, the compost. Rotting in pain turned nutrient rich. Each scar a lesson, each wound a seed bed. The past was buried beneath me, and from its decay I pulled strength. Now I stand, a flower leaving a field of brokenness, petals as wide as wings, roots still tied to memory. My colors are louder than shame, my scent is sweeter than sorrow, and I'm alive. I cannot believe that I can say that I am alive. To those who planted thorns in my path, I thank you. Your hands forced me to grow around the pain and through the pain. You weaved beauty through the barbs. And to myself, the seed, I will celebrate you now. I will learn to celebrate and to love you now. I will speak life into you now. For the journey back to oneself only starts when you water it. Returning to where you started is hard, but you will return back stronger. The seed becomes the flower becomes the garden, and you, baby girl, are unstoppable, and you too will bloom.